Yeah, and this one's is a big one for me as it is in the bag now for 2025. So I'm really glad it's up here and we get to talk about it. But I love it for a couple of reasons. One, it feels awesome. I think I mentioned with the ZXi5 the refinements they made to their forging process. Definitely feels a lot better, I think, than the previous generations of ZX irons from Srixon. If you look at the sole, it's pretty slim, right? It's a slim. I mean, it is a player's cavity iron after all, but it actually has a slightly thicker, I think, top line than other, players' irons. And so, in a way, it's more inviting, especially if you've got that 4 or 5 iron shot. You got to carry, a creek or carry a bunker, and you need to have some confidence. Just a little bit larger look there inspires, at least for me, inspires some confidence.
Like to me, especially when you get to like more like blades or those single cavity backs, like a lot of times the soles aren't real forgiving, right? There's not a lot of camber, there's not a lot of leading edge kind of grind on there. And again, that's what I think Srixon does so well is not only do they have a great package or chassis, but you have this sole that's just more forgiving. Every generation they come out with gets a little bit more forgiving and gets a little faster on average. Meaning, if you hit it center to center, it's all been the same. But when you get a little outside, which a lot of us mostly do, you're going to see that you don't lose quite as much of that ball speed. And, in a forged product like that, in a shot maker's product like that, that's awesome. It's what most want and they need.
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt, the best feeling version of the ZXi, which shouldn't be surprising to anybody, but it is a noticeably better feeling iron than the 5 or the 4, in my opinion. And we haven't even talked about VSOL yet. That doesn't even seem possible. Possibly the greatest piece of iron technology ever created for somebody that loves to get their hands in front and just like ultimate turf interaction, which they've introduced, at least almost a decade ago now, and it's not going anywhere. Like from a sound, feel, very hard to beat for sure.
Yeah, it's fast. That's the thing that really does a lot for it is that it's one of those players irons that's fast. For those guys that want to get into the more player looking club, something a little cleaner top line, something that's going to push them just a little bit, but they don't want to necessarily sacrifice a ton of distance. The ZXi7's fantastic.
That club from generation to generation has been fantastic. I also like I would say it's one of the easier heads to combo set if you were looking to do it with the ZXi5. I think that those being able to put those two together at the bottom half of the bag for the ZXi7s, I think that is I like to touch on that because I think it's very easy from the Srixon line to combo sets like that.